Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we're going to learn about the blueprint to getting motivated every day. Now, let's begin. Number 1, actualize your goals. What drives you forward in life? What goals inspire you to work harder, to dream bigger, and to pursue your own definition of success? Whether you're going back to school or making that terrifying leap into a new career, your future depends on your ability to stay motivated. Not every once in a while, not just once a week. You need to stay motivated every single day. Because your future never takes a day off, every day you waste doing nothing is an opportunity that you'll never get back. It's a chance to make progress, to accomplish something new, or to push the boundaries on what you're capable of. Luckily, there's an easy motivational blueprint you can use to keep your fire burning on a daily basis. By putting these strategies into action, you can boost your productivity and achieve your dreams way ahead of schedule. The good news is, if you've made it this far, then you've already started working on your blueprint. Because the first step to finding daily motivation is to actualize your goals. In other words, you'll never find success with vague, pie-in-the-sky fantasies about your future. If you want to take your life to the next level, then you need to make your goals specific, and you need to make them real. Okay, let's say that you love studying sea creatures, and you want to spend the rest of your life learning about the ocean. You might say something like, "I just want to stare at fish for a living." But that's not really a concrete goal. You're not giving yourself a career path or molding a realistic future. So what should you do instead? Decide right then and there to be a marine biologist. Pick a specific program that you want to apply for, or find a research center that you want to intern with. Because the more concrete you are, the more ingrained those goals become in your future. They're not just fantasies or pipe dreams anymore. They're definitive stages in your life, stages that you're slowly but surely working your way towards. That alone can be a huge source of motivation. Many people are intimidated by feelings of aimlessness. You don't know where you're going, you don't know if you're making the right calls, so you hesitate and you stop pushing. But when you actualize your goals and view your life in concrete stages, then your life doesn't feel aimless. It feels fixed and organized. You know what it takes to reach your goals, so you know, for the most part, that you're heading in the right direction. That powerful mindset is the perfect foundation for the rest of your blueprint. But it also gives you this unique feeling of stability, which plays a huge role in your daily motivation. So actualize your goals. Make them as specific as you can, because every concrete decision creates a more powerful vision of your future. Number 2, routine missions. In the next part of your blueprint, you're going to incorporate short-term objectives called missions into your daily life. A mission is something that you're trying to accomplish right now. Earlier, you outlined specific goals for your future, right? Well, each mission is going to take you one step closer to those goals. Some missions will only take you a couple of days. Other missions will require weeks of time and effort. But all of your missions will push you to the next stage of your long-term plan. Now, before you start setting daily missions, there are 2 important things that you need to remember. First, you need to keep your missions both doable and demanding. This idea is called the Goldilocks rule. You don't want your missions to be too big or you'll lose motivation. You'll destroy your own productivity. But if your missions are too small, you won't make any real progress, and your work ethic will fade. So it's critical that you find a happy medium, a mission that's just right. In other words, you want to create missions that offer you a challenge without making you feel overwhelmed. The second important thing to remember is this: you should be thinking about your mission every single day. Many successful people incorporate their missions into their daily routine. First thing in the morning or right before bed, they take a few minutes to hone in on their current objective. They use that time to track their progress and remind themselves where this mission is going to take them. Thinking about your mission for as little as 10 minutes a day can help you stay motivated because it keeps your eye on the prize. Now keep in mind that your mission and your to-do list are very different things. To-do lists contain everything from chores to busy work. You use them to keep track of the things you want to do and the things you have to do. While some of those responsibilities might nudge you closer to your long-term goals, that's not really the point of a to-do list. Missions, on the other hand, are always substantial steps toward your future. Now, your blueprint started with large-scale, long-term goals. These goals give you direction and purpose, but routine missions help you step on the gas and to gather momentum. So start incorporating missions into your daily routine because each mission will make your motivation that much stronger. Number 3. Create inspiration. You know where you're going, and you know how to get there. So now, it's time to get inspired. To put yourself in a creative and productive state of mind. But this can be tricky. If you're not used to finding inspiration, you may not know where to look. Many people search for their muse in all the wrong places. They visit time wasters like the internet and social media. They sink hours into mindless entertainment or invest tons of money into things they don't need. But instead of inspiring you, these distractors hold you back. They decrease your motivation and take time away from your mission. Maybe time wasters aren't your problem. Maybe you make this very common mistake instead. Lots of people use inspiration as an excuse to procrastinate. They'll stall for days or weeks at a time, but if you ask them why, they'll say they're just waiting for their next great idea. Successful people know that inspiration doesn't randomly fall into your lap. You have to actively find ways to inspire yourself. You have to discover people, places, and ideas that light your fire. That's why the next part of our motivational blueprint is to find inspiration. Every single day, you need to set aside some time in the morning or evening to acquire new knowledge or explore new perspectives. Stimulating your mind is one of the best ways to get inspired. So, whenever you're stuck in a rut, read, play brain games, or listen to a new speaker or podcast. If mental stimulation isn't your thing, quiet reflection can also be incredibly inspiring. Many people use yoga and meditation to tune out the world and focus solely on their thoughts. Even a stroll through nature can be a much-needed source of mental clarity. Okay, if you still don't know where to start, you can also use your long-term aspirations as a jumping-off point. You've spent some time refining your goals, but you're probably not the first person to set them. Chances are there are several successful people who have already paved the way. So listen to their advice and try to follow in their footsteps. Because years ago, those successful people were stuck in the same position that you are right now. They sat at home, wondering what the future had in store for them. But they found their inspiration, they chased their passions, and they realized their dreams. So let their journey inspire you to embark on a journey of your own. Number 4. Celebrate it on time. For the fourth and final section, let's talk about celebration. After you've completed a challenging mission or satisfied a long-term goal, there's one thing you should always do. Reward yourself. Because rewards encourage you to keep achieving. They push you to put in the long hours and encourage you to make the right sacrifices. When your self-discipline starts to slip, rewards are also a quick and easy way to get yourself back on track. But many people make the mistake of celebrating too early. Okay, let's say you just finished a project that you've been working on for months. To reward all your hard work, you could start by telling people about it. You could show your project to your friends and family, because their support will give you even more motivation moving forward. But what if you haven't finished yet? What if you've just started working toward your goal? It's tempting to spill the beans right off the bat. When you're excited about a project, you want to brag about it to everyone who will listen. But this bad habit actually hurts your motivation. Why is that? Well, because you're rewarding yourself for something you haven't earned. You're celebrating a goal that you haven't accomplished. And without that reward, you'll have less motivation moving forward. So, if you want to build your daily drive, then just keep your accomplishments under wraps. Think of it like practicing self-control. You could tell people right away. You could take credit for something you haven't finished, and it might feel good for a little bit. But instead, you're resisting the urge, and you're focusing on the long term. This will not only preserve your motivation, it'll make your big reveal that much more rewarding. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.